She was with the Rutgers program for a short while, but in that short amount of time, she left us with a number of things. Number one, passion. Number two is the work, giving your all to be the best, and competitiveness. Nikki was an ultra competitor, and she rubbed that competitive nature off onto our players and helped them decide that pursuing greatness, working to be the best you could be, is a worthwhile goal.
She had the ability to build your confidence, but also just keep it real with you and let you know, hey, you gotta pick it up. Having an opportunity to work next to a legend, with a legend, someone like Nikki is a huge honor. The one thing I took away from working with her for that 1 year is, you're trying to be as good as she was.
She knew how to meet people where they were and to help elevate them to where they needed to go.
Nikki McCray had an unbelievable college basketball career. One of the most decorated careers in women's college basketball history. My first time crossing paths with Nikki was as a professional player. Walking into the locker room the first time, the first person that you see and hear is Nikki McCray. And she just had this bubbly personality and confidence.
She was just a tremendous teacher. She wanted to share her knowledge. Whether it was a new drill she had just picked up or something that they did back in the day with Pat Summitt at Tennessee, Nikki had stories and she gave real examples for all of us.
I always felt like she's actually listening. She won a national championship. She's a 2-time gold medalist. Why she gotta listen to me? I haven't accomplished nearly as much as you.
Nikki would do things all the time to show you that she was thinking about you, that she cared about you, and she did it without flash, without fanfare. She didn't want a pat on the back. That was just who she was. She was always thinking of other people.
Come here guys, without coach.
I think the part that I've enjoyed watching Nikki is how she loved. And her love was so pure, so real, so authentic, especially when she talked about her husband and her son.
She always tried to be as connected and as passionate on the basketball court as she was as a mom. And there was no question being a mom came first. Being a wife and her family came first. And she balanced it very well.
Every day, despite having her own physical challenges this past year, she came to work and she worked to be the best.
So let's get in, let's have an abundance of energy. Let's start out with this passing drill. I put it in wrong the first time.
I never saw fear in her eyes. She was just such a fighter, a person who I looked up to, a person who I could just say she's a definition of strength.
You can still feel her presence in the gym. When she wasn't there, she would text or she would send us film, like she watched practice. So I always felt her at practice, even if she wasn't physically there.
I want to make Coach Nikki proud this season by just going hard for 40 minutes straight. Always just taking everything I do with pride and just to keep her name alive. Because her legacy is just something that nobody will ever forget, including myself.
She held on to her commitment until the day she passed away. And I think that just speaks to who she was. For Nikki, she saw in gold as an excellence. She saw the writing on the wall in terms of how to help continue to elevate Rutgers women's basketball, but more importantly, the people inside the program. I think she leaves her heart with us, but she leaves the golden touch of excellence